What up, Nine?
Trapaholics Mixtapes. as the 9% and word would say, make a better you, a better us.
Fuck being rational, give them what they ask for.
Who do you think you are? I'm the word. Boy, I'm the one who put in the work.
When I move, is it a quick rumble? I will never ever fall, never stumble. And I don't need to be humble. Break down walls like Jericho crumble.
What up, though? It's the word. You see the title. We about to get into it. Before we do that, do me a favor, man. Hit that like. And if you're new, hit that subscribe, man. It's free to you, but it mean the world to me. And with that being said, let me get it to the chat. Let me get it to the chat. The TCL, Teddy Wise, what it do, sir? What the business is? Good seeing you, man. Good seeing you. Dee 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 Dee. What it do with the business is, Dee? Hey man, I missed y'all, bro. I ain't gonna lie. To the people listening to the live and the replay, I ain't been on in a minute. And I ain't been consistent lately. I've been getting my wife gave me a whole bunch of projects. I ain't gonna lie to you. But yeah, man, it feel good being back on here for a minute. I mean, after a while, you just kind of be like, fuck it, it'd be kind of hard. But then when you get back on, it'd be like kind of cool, man. So yeah, shout out to y'all, man. Uh, yeah, this topic, acknowledging a women's significance doesn't diminish a man. Right? I want to talk about this because this shit weird to me. Right? I ain't gonna lie to you. Uh, in real life, I know it exists because it happens on here. Right? But if I never logged on to like the internet or social media, a lot of these things wouldn't even be um, in my vicinity. I guess I mean, in my presence. Like I wouldn't be privileged to a lot of these different conversations and ideologies. But like this whole man versus woman, this shit is weird to me because in real life I don't deal with none of this shit. I don't deal with people like this who got these points and views. I'm gonna say like that's the nicest way to say it. I just don't. I'm not around these type of people. I don't deal with these type of people, so I don't see it every day. I only see it when I log on or you know, uh, come on social media or somebody talking about it. But lately, like all these debates about how women aren't valuable or how men are better than women, just like even thinking like the man I'm around, the men I grew up with, who reared or raised me, we never had discussions on if a man is better than a woman. We never had those type of discussions. We didn't talk about, and I grew up around a lot of street dudes whose wives had professional lives and they was in the street. And we didn't talk about, oh, my wife. No, they praised their wife. Like the men I'm around, and this is like you can't even say nice things or point out uh a woman's significance without being called a simp. Like this is a whole that whole and it's so misused, but that whole ideology is I think is some I think is a new wave on how to basically get guys not to value women or not to you know. Because it's like you're gonna be called a simp, even if you're being nice. Even if I say I cater to my wife, oh, you a simp? What? Because no, I'm doing my duty as a man, right? And these all these conversations, this what triggered this conversation particularly. I was listening to my son and this dude named Marquette. They were debating about Snap. I didn't watch the whole thing, but when I start watching and listening, it was on this one specific part on how my son was saying there's a lot of strong women, and if a woman is more equipped, if a woman has more qualities, attributes, resources, if she's better fit for a position, he don't mind following, right? And dude was like, no, a man should never follow a woman. And it's like, I just think of my own home. Like, my wife does some things. She's better equipped to do certain things that I can't, or she's just better at me. And that's what she take over. And then it's things that I'm better equipped and I take over, right? That's just how it is. Like, if a woman, just because a male is a male and a woman is a woman, doesn't mean men are better in any category. Because then you have to talk about like phenomena. Like most men think, oh, Clarissa Shields. If I fought her because I'm a man, I could whoop her. You get surprised if she touch you on the chin. You know what I'm saying? Is that every woman? No, but that she's that. Now you can assume because you're a guy, you can just do whatever you want. You can assume that, but that's not reality. The reality is even if you want to say, oh, that's just an anomaly. Even if you want to say, um, that's just 1 out of 10. It still exists. It still is there. So it's just unfortunate how men today's men think that for them to be of value or for them to show their value, they have to devalue a woman. And I ain't saying all women are fit the fits the criteria. Just like all men don't. Like I hear arguments all the time. Men are stronger than women, and if that's the case, they can just use force. Okay, I'm stronger and more equipped than most men. So because of that factor, because I'm stronger, I'm just supposed to. No, that's like when we were Neanderthals. Right? I'm not even gonna say we was Neanderthals because, and he made another statement. He said in black, he kept calling my son. I'll probably go play some of the video in a little bit, but he was saying like my son had a white women liberal ideology because he was saying women can lead. When the reality is, like even we didn't get to this whole men are better than like men like in ancient Africa and even Native American cultures and a lot of cultures before monotheism, you've seen the significance of women represented in the goddesses. You go to African culture, they got multiple religions, almost every religion. I don't know of one African I'm thinking as I'm saying it. I can't think of one African spiritual system that there are no female goddesses. Like the female isn't represented as an authority or high power. And they can't because most like the feet in spirituality itself is a masculine and feminine um is masculine and feminine entities in it. So the female will always be represented. We didn't get into this women are insignificant until like the Roman age. I I mean to be politically correct, it would have been more in um it started more in the Semitic tribes. Like the Hebrews, the Assyrians, the monotheistic where they took out the significance of a woman. Actually women became bad then, if you look at that. And if you look at the cultures that enveloped around those religions, because religion was huge part of culture back then. If you look at it, that's when you got into the monotheism, but you got into the men dominate women. Prior to that, like you go in, even in ancient Kemet, you know, it was more of a role thing. Men were the rulers, the leaders, because they were the ones who protect. You have instances where women became the leaders, but that was one of their most domineering attributes, that they were protectors. You know, but the woman always had the nurturing, the teaching role, and the man had the provide and protect role. And you had anomalies, you had rules to the exception where some men possess attributes that were dominated by women, and some women possess. You had that, right? But that, but each group had their role, and their significance wasn't diminished because, oh, this role is better or that role is better. No, they understood it was all necessary. So men never compared themselves to women's value using their own scale or metrics. The woman's value was in what she brings. So like these conversations now where like these people debating about, oh, women shouldn't vote, women shouldn't do this, women, like a lot of those people, they ain't married, they single dudes. You can hear how they talk. They probably got some issues with their mother growing up, issues with women growing up, and they have this perception that this, like, women aren't valuable. But entail this is what that entails. People can only tell you about what their experience is in life, the things they experience. That's how people gain knowledge. That's how they create their perception, their understanding, is through what they've been through. So if a person only been through or experienced a certain type of woman, that's all they know. That's all they can present to you, right? I've been listen. I've been around. I mean, if you go from 1 to 10, like one is being um, bottom of the barrel, and 10 being uh, goddess like or diva like. I've been around it all, right? All different type of women. You don't hear me generalizing because I experienced a lot of different women, and you even hear me, talk about different environments, different environments. When you get in different type of environment, it changes the perception because how you thrive or survive in that environment would change as you go to different environments. If I'm in a hood, I got to be more in a survival mode. Just like if I'm in a hood, if I'm in a impoverished area, my mindset is going to be more survival. If I'm in a middle class, everybody going to work, people working hard, everybody cool, we trying to survive, we actually thriving. My mindset going to be different. I'm gonna handle situations different. The environment does matter. Environment is a huge factor on how we interact, with one another, and how we proceed through life, why we do the things we do. Right? Environment is a huge factor. So a lot of times when I hear these guys talk about women, it tells you they have an experience of what I like to call a high quality woman. They haven't experienced that. The only thing they can tell you is the bottom of the barrel, what those women do. And then you try to generalize, most people try to generalize their personal experience because other people can relate to it. And you can watch a clip of some ghetto girl and say this is the standard or this is the benchmark or this is what's common. And that's because they didn't experience, because a lot of those things I don't see in my daily life. I don't see it. I don't experience. Have I? At one point in time, yes. But that was due to the environment I was in. That was due to the environment I was in. So, like these, like even saying something nice about a woman, or for some reason it was like it diminishes the man, or the man. That's how it's presented. Because if you say something nice, if you be nice, if you be cordial, respect, if you do all that for women nowadays, you a simp. If you ain't treating a woman aggressively, you a simp. And it's like I don't know. That's more of that Roman Greco shit to me, in my opinion. That's how, like, when you look through history, that was profound in that culture, in that community. It was profound. Not saying other cultures wasn't, and prior to that was bad, but people used to come into Africa and be at all. Like, damn, y'all treat y'all women like this? Because in Africa, I'm not gonna say all Africa, but a lot of cultures in Africa, the women weren't property, and that's kind of like the ideology of how people want to go back to. That wasn't even common. Like even like the Native American culture, when the slaves came, those men didn't treat their women like property over here. So when the white slave owner, when the white women seen that, that's why white women always been attracted, even not just white women, just women in general. These different races and cultures of women, that's why they so attracted to black men, specifically American black men. Men, not males, but the real like men. They're attracted to that because how the man treats the woman. Most of us call our women queens. I'm not talking about the ghetto. I'm not talking about the hood. I'm talking about the men, the fully developed, mature. We know how to have. We treat our woman good. We don't treat her like property. And they see that, and that's what they desire because that's not common in their culture. Like my wife, Middle Eastern. Mr. Gary busted down Brown. What it do with the business is, my 33 brother. Like my wife Middle Eastern, and that's what she always says. She's like, I ain't marrying no Middle Eastern man. I'm marrying. I'm happy I'm married to you because I wouldn't be treated like this. I'd be treated like property. My wife said it all the time. She said even when she dated a white dude, she said first time she dated outside her race was two white dudes, and she said both of them. She said it's no different. There's no difference. But yeah, recently just listening to these people out here, man, it's like most people, like most of these guys, they had these patterns. And I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I said, it's easy if I go looking for something, it's easy for me to find it, especially if I know where to look for it. So if I want to say black women are loud, ghetto, and this, of course I can pull up a clip or something on YouTube and show you that. Well, and say this is how black women are. But that shows a high level of ignorance because you can't find some random person on YouTube and say this is how black women are without giving some type of context. Now you start looking at that woman. What is she? Probably low, polished, bottom of the barrel. Okay, so you saying every black woman is bottom? No, we had some educated sisters. History proves it. You can look right now. They try to say Jasmine Crockett is ghetto. Like, how is Jasmine Crockett ghetto? She's very articulate. She's straightforward. But y'all don't say that about Trump. Why? Because he a white man. Oh, he speak his mind. That's all she doing. Well, women ain't supposed to do that. Well, she doing it. And she really good at it. She really good at articulating herself and talking shit at the same time. She good at it. But when she do it, it's ghetto. But if Trump, look, you hear half of the shit Trump say, you telling me that shit ain't ghetto? That shit is fucking ghetto as hell. The way he talk, even the way he talk regular, if he ain't even going off on nobody. Come on, man. But it's a white man doing it, so it's not criticized. It's not criticized. But black people, well, that's not always, man. We got to be perfect, you know. So I ain't even saying nothing. I'm talking about the women. Now. But to give women a props, it's like it doesn't diminish you. It don't take away. These shut what it do what the business is. For me personally, when I hear a man compliment a woman or recognize her brilliance or significance, it shows me their level of confidence, their level of self esteem. It shows a high level. Like a man is secure enough because that's not common nowadays. It's not common. Most men are comparing themselves to women saying I'm better, and then they're taking credit for other shit they ain't even do. Well, man built this. Man built. You ain't built shit though. So you ain't no better than that woman that you compare. Like half of these dudes be on here talking about what men can do. Like you can't do that shit though. So if you can't do it, technically you in the same situation a woman is, right? Well, men do this and men do that. You not doing that shit though. You can't do that shit though. So you ain't no better than a woman. You ain't no better. You ain't no better than that woman. So like this is I don't know, man. I can't, and I'm not saying look, some women ain't shit. I ain't gonna say most. I ain't gonna say a little bit. I ain't gonna say a lot. That's just reality. Some women ain't shit, just like some dudes ain't shit. We have some ain't shit people on this planet. We do. Okay. So no, all women don't fit a category where they have significance, brilliance, elegance, and it. Some women don't fit that. But to look at those women and judge women, that's disrespectful. That shit disrespectful. Just like women do the same thing. Women do the same thing. Oh, men are like this. Men are like that. No, that's your personal experience with men. You've been around some ain't shit men. You've been around some ain't shit women. And unfortunately, you haven't experienced equality in the opposite sex. And I feel bad for you. You know, I really do. It's a sad life where you can't experience, the good things in life, like quality fucking people. Like some people, and that's a reflection of you. You must be ain't, you must not be shit because the people around you ain't shit. That's more of a reflection on you. Like I said, a lot of these issues and things I don't experience in real life because I'm not around these type of people. I'm just not. So I can't really, was I at one point? Of course I was. When I realized that I put myself in a better situation around better people, and that's how it is. That's how it's supposed to be. And a lot of these, I mean, they do it for clicks and views, right? I mean, that's what it is. A lot of these conversations, these so-called debates, they are clicks and views. Because I can't, like, some of these people, that's why I'll be hitting a lot of panels. Like, I wouldn't be talking to some of these people in real life. Like, you can't have a conversation on a panel with them. How the hell you gonna have a conversation in real life? So, no, I wouldn't be around a lot of these type of people, on these, to be on these panels. So, shit go left real quick because most people are insecure. They're emotionally charged up already because they life ain't shit. Then they come on here and they have it's an outlet. They have somewhere to get shit off their chest. So a lot of these people, I wouldn't even be having conversations with in real life. Not for free. Anyway, shit. You have to pay me. I would not be having these conversations. free, wouldn't be doing that's why like it's hard for me to I don't know, it's just hard sometimes because it's like I value my peace. Like I always tell y'all after every show, I've been doing it for 3 years because I really live that shit, bro. Care about how you feel. Care about how you feel, man. Care about how you feel. Don't look, value yourself. If you're around some shit that you don't like, get away from it. Walk away from it. Get away from it. Turn it off. Turn left, turn, do whatever you gotta do. But care about how you feel, man, and move according to what's best for you. And do it with confidence. No matter what people think, no matter what people say. Look, this is for you. You know what I'm saying? I value my peace of mind. So like it's some people to be on panels and different channels that I rocked with before. And it's like if they ever came on a panel, I used to just jump down. Like I'm straight. Because I don't even like that energy. And a couple times they was like, "Oh, he ran away," and it's like, "No, I didn't run away. I just left because it's fuckery, and I don't have to participate in that. I don't. You call it what you want, but I just don't want to participate in it. And that's grown man shit. That's grown man shit or grown folk shit. Really, protecting your peace because you're responsible for it. You're responsible for your own peace. And some people they don't have peace in their life, so all they can produce is chaos. And when they come around, that's what they do. So it's like, why should I sit in this or around this when it's not beneficial to me? It's not. So like in real life, I have left places because I didn't like the way the energy felt. No, I'm out. I'm good. I'm straight. I don't want to be around this type of crowd. And that's not faulting nobody else for what they do. It's just not for me. So I've learned to walk away from a lot of different things. And just not deal with it, not participate in it. But I don't know. It's just nowadays, like it just seems like men are so reserved about acknowledging the significance of women because if they do, they'll be called a simp. Some dudes, it's like I don't know. It's just weird to me to hear a lot of these conversations because it's like I can't get a like I can't get around the fact that you're comparing yourself to a woman. I can't get around that fact. I can't get around it. And like even like when people try to use history or it's I always go back to like what do you do or what makes you in particularly better than every woman on this planet? Like what makes you smarter than every woman on this planet? Not what makes other dudes, but what makes you personal? Like what makes you personal? And I think that's a very hard question to answer. I don't really know no guy who can answer that, who can say that they're better than every because um fiction views. I don't know, maybe I mean it is lucrative, especially if you bash from black women. That's super lucrative on this internet, unfortunately. It's super and if you're getting the views, if you're getting donate, whatever. If you come on here disrespecting black women, you can get paid, you can get clicks, you can get likes, you can get all that. People have made channels, people have made careers just based on bashing black women. And I think number two to that is bashing black men. Just bashing black people in general. You know, even black people do it. It be sound like it sound crazy. It do like watching it, hearing it, and it's like I don't like these people can't believe the shit they be saying. I don't believe it. I don't believe all these people who make this derogatory comment. I mean, content about black people. I don't really think they believe it. I think they just say, "Hey, I can get paid off of it." That's why they say the love of money is evil. The root of all evil is money, but it's really the love of money. 'Cause- and that's a deeper story too, because it's not even money is not evil. It's people's intent. It's people's desire. What people are willing to do for money. But that's just human nature. They ain't got nothing to do with the money. That's human nature because if they do it for money, they do it for other things too. That's the nature of the human. It shows you what a person is willing to do to get what they desire. No matter what it is they desire, if it's money, if it's food, if it's attention, if it's notoriety, or if it's status, it don't matter. It just shows the person's will to achieve what they desire, what they're willing to do. That's all it shows. It ain't got nothing to do with the money. But coming over here, I can't get with. I don't know. I don't know. I can't get with. I'm getting less and less interested in even like I don't know. Maybe because I'm getting stronger, I'm doing more things in the real world. I'm getting less and less interested with social media, even making content. Even making content. The more I'm in the world, the less I want to be on it. Is I don't know. It's just to that point where I don't. It's just I don't know. It's sad to see because it'd be like a lot of, and I just feel like these people be pimping people. A lot of intelligent people can actually make impacts and do real things using the social media for bullshit. It's like they pimping the unintelligent people. But that's part of 48 laws of power, you know. That- That's part of, most people, just like I know this, right? This is what I know. Especially on this app, majority of people want to be entertained, right? That's what gets the clicks and views, what keeps people attention. What keeps most people attention is some form of entertainment. When people are entertained, they're more likely to sit, watch, you know, when they entertain. Most of the time, when people are being like educated or informed, their attention span, my bad, I got this hole in my mouth. Their attention span lowers. When it comes to some form of, and I know all this stuff. Even like I know how to market. I know how to grasp people's attention. I know how to uh, do emotional. Um, they call it emotional. Uh, what do they call it? My bad. I got like five things in my mind. Uh, in marketing, they call it emotional. Having emotional trigger words. Like so, the whole to trigger someone emotionally. People, even if it's like a love emotion, people, if you love something, you will watch it. If it's an anger, if it's you angry at something, you want to watch it. Fear, people even love watching things that they fear. But you have to get some type of emotional trigger out of the person to get them to respond to what you present. That's the whole concept of like when you're making. That's why people complain about clickbait. Oh, that was clickbait. Well, why did you click it? Oh, I wanted to see. Why did you want to see? Because when I read it, it made me feel like this. It made me. That's why, and that's why people get upset when the video says something. And oh, well, this I clicked in it because I wanted because you desired something from it. Reading the title of the video, you had a desire to hit the button, and because that desire wasn't fulfilled, now you pissed off. That's why people don't like clickbait. Not saying it's right or wrong, but that's the process. That's what happened. Some type of emotional. That's why they clicked on. So that's what I know all this stuff, but I still do the content, or I still run, my channel the way I do because my intent ain't to manipulate nobody in a way where they won't benefit. Even if I manipulate you, you gonna get something out of it. If I decide to manipulate you, gonna win. But that's how I am in real life. That's how I present. I'm not losing who I am doing this. I turn it off before I do that. So I turn into a character. I turn this damn thing off and won't touch it. That's just me though. Everybody ain't like that. Some people be like, shit, I can make some money off of here. All I gotta do is this, act a fool. Yep, and then they end up regretting that shit later. They end up regretting it later. Showing off and shit. Doing some shit they probably would think twice about doing in real life. But they doing it on here, so it is being done in real life. And then some people realize like, oh, people like this ghetto shit. Well, I'm the ghettoist. Let me show my ghetto life. All they should be private until they go live. Like that girl is a viral video going around with this girl with purple hair. Everybody playing it and talking about it. And in the video, she's sitting there smoking weed, and another girl is drinking a bottle of liquor. And then you see a baby. Like, hold on, that baby in the same room while you smoking, while you drinking, and you doing that shit on camera. Like, you think CPS ain't gonna get called? Like, CPS get called for lesser things, right? But if you really living like that in real life, yeah, man, somebody gonna call. If you doing that to show off, then that's sad. Cause you just threw everything away. Somebody calling CPS. The way that video going around, she gonna get a knock on her door. Guarantee you that. Guarantee you that. If people don't be playing with kids, man. People don't play with kids. People be on here playing with guns. They're doing some stupid shit. They come on here and talk their shit, and then a week or two later, they doing a video. I got fired from my job because what I said on. So, like, if you don't talk like that around everybody, why you doing that shit online? You feel safe, like, but in your real life, you don't do all that, do you? That should be weird to me. Like people come over here and say shit they wouldn't say in real life. People come over here and do things they wouldn't do in real life. Like people won't like this won't be seen. This is real life, bro. This is real life. But that shows like when I hear people say that, oh, this is just this is just that. That shows their level of delusion. Like you trying to separate this from reality when this is just a part of reality. Because whatever you do on here, you're doing it. It's being done. No matter if it's people in your real life saying it or people on the internet. If anything, it's probably worse doing things on here than it is in real life. It's worse because not only the people around you can see it, but the whole goddamn world can see it. So if you're doing something on here that you wouldn't do in real life, then that's weird. That's weird. But that shows a person's level of delusion. Like they think what they do on here does not affect in real life. That's the level of delusion. It's reality. No matter where you do it. Like even if you make an avatar, come up with a fake name, it's still you doing something. Been done. You're just in front of the camera, but you're still doing it, still being done. So unless you come on here and say, "Hey, this is my character that I'm playing on here," if you think, "Oh, I can act like this on here because it's social media and it's not real life," and then in real life, "Oh, I don't do that in real life. I just do that on here." Nah, bro, you fucking weird. You weird. But yeah, back to the subject real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna get off here. But yeah, I wanted to see people um, how they felt about that. You know, how they feel about. I don't know. This is just what I think. I'm just trying to figure out like uh, why do people feel like they can't acknowledge a woman's significance? I don't know. Maybe I got to go to other places. Don't nobody come over here. So maybe I got to go somewhere else and ask this question. You know, to one of these panels where these dudes talking like, "Oh, women was like the red pill." Maybe I need to go over there and ask this question because I don't even think the people I rock with or the way we talk people really feel like this. But it's just what I see. Like dudes comparing themselves to women. We're more significant. Men are better because men do this. Like, do you do that? Is that what you do? Like, even intellect wise, like men are smarter. Like, that's not true all the time. Like, I grew up around a lot of intelligent women. I grew up around a lot of women who made better decisions than men. That's just the type of people I grew up around. I had a lot of aunts, my mama, my sister, my cousin, highly intelligent. They got the degrees and the jobs and the businesses to prove it. Their level of intelligence. And none of these women act like men. They all married with kids and they're great wives. They're great wives. So it's like I don't see this. I just don't experience it in real life. So um yeah, I don't experience it in real life. Well, we've been on for what, an hour. That's my little rant. Nobody hit the link. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all know what I always say. Care about how you feel. Leave the conversation with the donation. If I say anything resonated with you, do me a favor. Hit that share button. Tell somebody. Tell me spread the word. But until next time, we out.
And do it for the nine.
What up, nine?